15:65. We clocked in at 10:30. We clocked out at 2. We clocked back in at 3:30. And now it's 5:40. Okay, so this bed has been completely cleaned out, and the perimeter of it has been burned with a torch, which will reduce the need to weed it within the next 2 months or so. This tree has been thinned out. Only the branches have been thinned out. I haven't done any kind of manicuring or anything. I'm just leaving it alone. I did clean the grass that was growing around the base of it and just filled it in with rocks. Okay, going this way. Pat has pressure washed the entire back side of the house. She's still working on it. So going from this way, I think that the perimeter along the fence line needs to be weed whacked. I haven't done any mowing because it's not time for that yet. At this point, where the downspout is, I did some manicuring around that and made sure that the green thing is going away from the house. So if there's water that's hitting that, it's going to go down into that little area right there. Okay, so I cleared out all this grass, and there's so many rocks left over from the guys working on the fence that I've just been incorporating them around the beds. I thinned out the rows. You can see that's all the thorny green stuff, and then there's 3 bags and a bucket full of stuff. I cleaned out the step area of greenery. I thinned this out, and lo and behold, there's a little bit of bark mulch underneath, so that kind of popped out. The roses are thinned out. They were growing above the fence, I believe. And so they're definitely manicured, and they will produce some beautiful roses this year. I still want to do a little bit more manicuring around this downspout right here because it's not pretty. I'm waiting for Pat to finish the front side of the house in regards to pressure washing, because once she does this driveway, which I burned, you can see all the black. I burned all the greenery out of the driveway. Once you can see, then you know what else that needs to be tackled. The grass here is kind of bulging, so I'm waiting to see how it looks and then decide if I want to level all that or make it a bed. That is to be determined. I burned along this way and that way. I burned along this way and that way. I burned all the greenery in here. And so it does look a lot better. Now, let's show you what Pat did. Pat pretty much did a miracle. There are chunks of paint that have fallen off the trim. She spent the entire day working on getting the moss off this walkway. Now you can see there's hardly any stain here from the welcome mat. It's almost blended, and it looks really good. And then going this way, she cleaned along the entire fence line. She cleaned the sidewalk here. She did the gutters and the eaves.
I've cleaned the gutters, all the gutters.
And she actually literally went up on a ladder and cleaned the gutters. So I'm just going to camera around to kind of give you perspective of the amount of work that was done here today.
Yeah, I actually have that side unless I got a little bit of dirt on it. And the whole back side is done.
The whole back side is done. Now, you can see there's still sediment on the sidewalk, and she still has this little area left. And now you can see the line of demarcation. You can see the 2 different colors before and after. This is a miracle. And there's the sludge over here. There's like Okay, so there's a couple of dirt clots from the fence guys. They didn't take that away. And this is all muddy mulch and moss, excuse me. So yeah, she did the entire backside of the house. There might be a couple spots because, you know, things happen and things splash back up. But she did the gutters and the whole backside of the house. You know, it's as good as it can be if you're not going to paint. So this is where we're at. She started working on the shed. I don't know if she completed it, but I saw her working on the gutter, and I saw her working under the eaves here. I saw her working over here as well. So it just looks so much better and cleaner. My advice would be to paint the shed to match the house. I definitely feel if you're going to paint the picket fence that you should probably paint the trim of this house the same color. I know you don't want to. That's what I understand. And we're at 6 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock. I think that's a good review. Tomorrow, Pat's coming back out. She will be finishing up what she started in the back. And then she will do the carport in the front face and side front face of the house.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow with pressure washing.
Yeah, so she'll be doing the pressure washing. And I think I'm going to work on that lilac bush and then go to town on the inside. I'm going to do a walkthrough and I'm going to stop this video right now.